Hi, my dear young listeners. Welcome to yet another inspiring episode of Just for Your Ears podcast positivity series. This week, I bring you the story of a quiet, determined boy from Assam whose love for nature transformed a barren land into a thriving forest. At a time when the world is grappling with climate change and environmental destruction, his story reminds us that healing the planet doesn't always need a million hands. Sometimes it just needs one person with a million dreams. So sit back, close your eyes, and let me take you on the journey of the man who planted a forest, Jadav Payeng, also known as Molai. In the remote corners of Majuli, the world's largest river island nestled in the Brahmaputra river of Assam, lived a 16-year-old boy named Jadav Payeng. The year was 1979. Monsoon rains had wreaked havoc across the region, causing massive floods. After the waters receded, Jadhav wandered near a sandbar only to discover a heartbreaking sight. Hundreds of dead snakes, their lifeless bodies twisted in the sand. The intense heat and absence of trees had scorched them alive. That image pierced his heart. He turned to the village elders and forest department officials and asked, "Why can't we grow trees here?" The answer was blunt. "Nothing grows on a sandbar, beta. The soil is too dry and the floods will wash everything away." But something inside him refused to accept that. With no formal training, no money, and no backing, just a heart full of empathy and hands willing to work, Jadhav began planting bamboo saplings. Day after day, under the blazing sun, he watered the plants, protected them from grazing cattle, and even carried earthworms from nearby areas to nourish the soil. The villagers laughed at him. "पागल हो गए हो क्या? Who plants trees on sand?" But he didn't stop. Soon the bamboo took root, birds began to return, shade followed, and slowly Jadhav started introducing native trees, Arjun, Neem, and Ficus. Over the years, his forest grew leaf by leaf, inch by inch, branch by branch. He named the forest Molai, a tribute to his nickname. Decades passed. From just a few saplings, the forest spread across 1,360 acres, larger than New York's Central Park. It now houses elephants, Bengal tigers, rhinoceroses, deers, vultures, and over 100 species of birds, an entire ecosystem born from the silent effort of one man. Jadhav never sought fame or reward, but the world couldn't ignore his work. In 2015, he was honored with the Padma Shri, one of India's highest civilian awards. Documentaries were made. Environmentalists began to study his forest, and yet Jadhav still lives humbly close to his beloved trees. When asked about his work, he simply says, "Nature is my home. I only gave it some love back." The key takeaway of today's story: Jadav's story teaches us one of life's most profound truths. एक पेड़ से जंगल बनता है, एक इंसान से परिवर्तन आता है. A forest begins with a single tree. A transformation begins with a single person. He didn't wait for permission, he didn't wait for funding or applause. He just started with one plant and infinite patience. In a world often overwhelmed by problems, this story reminds us that small, consistent acts of care can create monumental change. Friends, that was today's story. the forest man of India. If you liked it, do share it with your friends. Remind everyone that true change begins with us. Until next time, stay grounded like the banyan, stand tall like the neem, and offer shade and hope, just like Jadav Payeng's forest. Be happy, keep smiling, be kind, and plant your little seed of change today. Bye.